War for the Planet of the Apes is the third movie of the Planet of the Apes Prequel Trilogy, and the director Matt Reeves has once again created an excellent film.
Bad human kill ape. All dead now. A long time. Long time.
Bad humans.
Soldier.
It's surprising how good the CG is for this film. Because like technology must have really improved while they're doing these movies in the past couple years. Because I mean, they're all out like in the wild, like they're not in the soundstage for some of the shots, and they look real. You know, all the apes, they look real. They don't look like they're some plastic CG thing. I mean, sometimes they're not perfect, but overall, I mean, they look so good, especially like in close-ups of some of them. Like you can see like thousands of hairs on their face and body, and it's just, you know, that each one is being animated, and it's impressive. And I love how it really lets the actors act, because you know Andy Serkis, like if all the other actors weren't worried that CG could replace them, I think he would almost deserve an Oscar for his role as Caesar in this film. And you know everyone else is great too. Like and it's a really excellent film that I regret is called War for the Planet of the Apes, and all of the advertising for it is really focused on the war. When really there's only two battle scenes, and that's at the beginning and the end. And really it's more of like a drama, and it's really a classic story, multiple classic stories for this film. You know, it starts off, it's a classic revenge story, and then it moves into, you know, a prisoner of war story. And then it moves into like a slave rebellion, almost, you know, Exodus style movie. And, you know, each part is really good and really entertaining and extremely well crafted. Woody Harrelson as the Colonel and like the main villain is excellent. You could have featured him a little bit more, but I think we got a good amount of him. Because he was a douchebag, and you know, he played that jackass really well. And you know, Steve Zahn was one. He introduced a new character, Bad Ape, and he's kind of like provides some moments of humor in the film. And it could have easily broken the film. Like it could have been horrible. But how they use him sparingly, and they use him very well, so that, you know, they give a little bit of humor in these dark and tense moments. And yeah, they use him really well, and he did a great job, I think, as Bad Ape. One thing I will say, though, is that some of the symbolism is a little on the nose, like the racism, and that they're kind of replacing African American people as the apes. Like there's a lot trying to say about other things, and especially there's this whole sidetrack where the Koba's followers, because Caesar wouldn't bring them in after their battles, they went to the humans and working with them. But they're kind of as slaves, and they're called donkeys, and they have donkey written on, and they're like 10. They scarred their face with their symbol, and then later they become like the slave masters. And some things they get out of that is interesting, but it's a little heavy-handed, some of that stuff I found, a tiny bit. But overall, like, they're really great film. And I know for some people, all the torture and killing of the apes and of, you know, the torture of Caesar, it may get a little rough, maybe tough to watch. For me, overall I found it a little long. Like, those sections could have been shortened a little bit, but, you know, it's an excellent film. You know, I give it like a 8.75 or a 9 out of 10. You know, I definitely recommend it. And I would say that you should watch the previous films in this trilogy to get this film. I mean, you could watch it separately, but you would probably lose a lot. And I really love how this shows how a prequel can be done right. Because, you know, you always wondered how it could have happened that, you know, what happened in Planet of the Apes is what happened. You know, that the humans are dumb and under the apes that are really smart. And they started off with the first film and explaining some, and they really, as this film, they really sealed the deal for how it happened. And I really liked some of the stuff that happened with the virus adapting and doing more things. And there's some great moments where they don't come out and say, "Oh, this, and this." Like you think, they let the viewer realize that. Oh, I see what happened there. Oh, that's cool. Good job. And I really like that aspect of the film, and I would definitely highly recommend it. So thanks for watching, and you can check out my other movie review playlist around my head, or subscribe to me over here. Thanks.